Shapes and designs. Make a clapper. So here, with the help of a piece of paper, you need to make a clapper for yourself. So follow the instructions given over here and start making a clapper for yourself. Have fun with shapes. Color the clown following the directions given below. Triangle red, squares yellow, rectangles blue and circles green. So here there is a picture of a clown and you need to color them according to the shapes. For example, this is a triangle, so it has to be red color. This is a square, it has to be yellow color. This is a rectangle, it has to be blue color. This is a circle, it has to be green color. So your clown should look like this. So start filling colors in the clown. How many triangles are there in the following figures? So here 3 figures are given and we need to find out the number of triangles in the figure. So let's start counting the first figure. So now you all know very well that a triangle has 3 sides. So let's start counting the triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now what we have to do over here is we have whatever triangles were clearly visible, we have counted them. But what about the other triangles, the hidden triangles? Even that we need to count. So we have already counted 8 triangles. Now this is 9. This is 10. This is 11. This is 12. So there are 12 triangles. So we need to count the hidden triangles as well. So yes, our answer is correct and we have got 12 triangles. So the triangles which are visible, not only those triangles but those triangles which are not visible, even that we need to count. Now let's start with the second picture. So now you can see these triangles are visible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now this is 9. This is 10. Now this is 11. Can you see this? And this is 12. Now this is 13. Can you see this? This is 13 and this is 14. So there should be 14 triangles. Yes, there are 14 triangles over here. Now the next one. Now let's start counting the triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And can you see this big triangle? 10. Now 11. Then this is also there. 12 and 13. So there are 13 triangles over here. Yes, there are 13 triangles. Find the biggest rectangle in the figures below. So here some figures are given over here and we need to find out the biggest rectangle. So the first one has been already done. Now you all know very well that in a rectangle the opposite sides are equal. Over here you can see these 2 and these 2 are equal. So now over here this is the biggest rectangle. So now let's see the next one. So now we will write over here. We'll start from here 1 and 2. These 2 blocks we'll take and we'll go full over here and we'll close the block from here and again we'll continue with this. So this becomes the biggest rectangle. Yes, 2 blocks were taken and this becomes the biggest rectangle. Now the next one. Now you can see over here this figure. So let's start taking 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And if we take 4 blocks then it can go a bit more longer. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it's starting from here 1, 2, 3 and 4 and it goes over here and here. You can stop over here. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this is the biggest rectangle. Now, yes, this becomes the biggest rectangle. Now over here, the biggest rectangle is this. So we'll start from here 1, 2 and 3 and we'll go on over here till here, and this becomes the biggest rectangle. So we'll take 3 blocks over here and 3 blocks over here, and then we will mark the lines like this. So start writing this in your textbook. Now, edges and corners. Meeta and her 5 friends were playing a game. Tinku was blindfolded and asked to keep clapping as long as he wished, while the others would move around a table. The moment Tinku stopped clapping, everyone would stop wherever they were. The child who was not at the corner would be out. Then she would be blindfolded. So now you know that a rectangle or a square will have edges and corners. So here, this Tinku is blindfolded and Tinku will be clapping, and these children will be going around the table, and the child who is not at the edge will be out. So over here, who is out? Guddu is out because he is not at the corner or at the edges. You can see Bunty is at the corner, Meeta is at the corner, Raja is at the corner and Chotu is at the corner. So only Guddu is in the middle of the table. So looking at the picture given below, can you tell who is out? Yes, Guddu is out. Where is Guddu standing? Guddu is standing in the middle of the table. Can this game be played around a round table? No, this game cannot be played around a round table because a circle does not have any edges and corners. So, start writing the answers in your textbook. Many things around us have straight edges. For example, a book, a chair, a kite. So these things are having edges and corners. These edges and corners. Now other things have curved edges. For example, a wheel, a plate, etc. Look around you and identify things with straight and curved edges. So a book, an eraser and a page have straight edges, and a cylinder, a pen and a bowl have curved edges. Do the things with straight edges have corners? Yes, things with straight edges have corners. Do the things with curved edges have corners? No, things with curved edges do not have corners. Try to find things which have both straight and curved edges. So we need to find out the things that have both straight and curved edges. So there are some things that have both. That have straight edges also and that have curved edges also. So a pencil, a capsule and a knife have straight and curved edges also. Now the answers in this can vary from child to child. Now activity time. So this is an activity time. You need to take a piece of paper and do this activity. Take a rectangular sheet of paper, count its corners. Now fold one of its corners. How many corners does it have now? How many corners will you get by folding? So here, now first there were 4 corners. Okay. Now can you fold this paper in such a way that it has only 3 corners? You are allowed only 2 folds. So what we have to do over here, we have to take a piece of paper and you have to fold the corners and you have to find out the number of corners on the paper. So initially we had 4 corners, and then as we keep on folding, then the corners will become less. Now what shape will you get? Repeat the activity with a square sheet of paper also. So first you can do this activity with the rectangular sheet of paper, and then you can do the activity with a square piece of paper. Now can you fold all the corners of the square sheet in such a way that the number of corners remains unchanged? Look at the following table and tick the names of the things that have corners. Also count the number of edges and corners in each of them. So this is a dice. Now it is in the shape of a cube. So whether it has corners, yes, it has corners. Now, how many edges does it have? It has 12 edges. And how many corners it has? It has 8 corners. A ball, does it have corners? No. So it will not have edges and corners because a ball is round. It has curved edges. Eraser, yes. Now eraser again can be a shape of a rectangle or a cuboid. So eraser, yes, it has corners. So number of edges it will have 12 and number of corners it will have 8. Now egg again, will it have corners? No. Why? Because it has a curved edge. Sheet of paper, yes, it has corners. It has 4 edges and 4 corners. So start filling this table. In the following figures, tick those who have corners. Do these figures have curved lines? Now some figures have curved lines also over here. Now using only straight lines, can you draw a figure which has no corners? So yes, 2 of the given figures have curved lines. So these are curved figures. Using straight lines, it is not possible to draw a figure that has no corners. So if you are using a straight line, it is not possible to have a figure with corners. Tangram. The tangram is an old Chinese puzzle. From the pieces of the tangram, we can make many shapes of animals, people and things. At the back of the book, you will find a square like the one in this figure. Cut it out carefully and cut the pieces. This set of 5 pieces is called the 5-piece tangram. Use these 5 pieces to make the following figures. So now a rectangular sheet or a paper, you can cut it into different shapes like this and you can make different figures. For example, you can see the figures given below. So these figures are made by just a rectangular piece of paper which has been cut like this. So we have added number to it so that it becomes easy for us to understand which paper has been taken. So now there are 3 triangles in a set. Only 2 out of the 3 are equal in size. We can check that by measuring the sides of the triangle. Now using the 2 small triangles in the tangram set to get the following shapes. So here 3 are given. So the first, this is a rectangle. So using triangles 2 and 5 to get the figure of a square. So 2 is also a triangle and 5 is also a triangle. So when we join these 2 figures 2 and 5, we will get a small rectangle. Yes. Now using triangles 2 and 5 to get the figure of a triangle. Now again, if we take 2 and 5 and we place it in such a way that it will look like a big triangle. Like this. Now using triangles 2 and 5 to get a figure of a square, a diamond. So again we can take one triangle like this and one triangle like this and we join it together and we'll get the diamond like this. Now which 2 pieces of the triangle set are exactly same? Find out. Pieces 2 and 5 are exactly same. We can check that by measuring them with a scale. So 2 and 5 are exactly the same. You can see it's a triangle 2 and this is also a triangle 5. So these are exactly the same. Now take pieces 4 and 5 from the set and find out which side of the triangle you can join the other piece. So here you can see that with this one triangle, they have taken this 4 and 5 and this is the figure you get. Now try making these shapes. So you can try making these shapes. So what we can do is actually cut a piece of square paper or a rectangle paper and you can take out a triangle like this. Then you can take out a curved shape like this. Then you can take out one shape like this and you can make a swan. Now try making the following shapes using only the pieces written over here. Use only triangles. So you're using triangles over here. Use only 2 triangles. Use pieces 1, 2, 3 and 5. You use pieces 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. First one, we need to use only the triangles. So we have used one triangle like this, one triangle like this, one triangle like this, one this and one this. So one triangle is number 5, which we have used over here. Then we have used number 7, then number 6, then number 1 and number 3. If 7, 6 and 3. So these are the only triangles that we need to use to make a shape. So you will get this shape. Now use pieces 1, 2 and 3 and 5. So using 1, 2, 3 and 5. So you can see this shape, one diamond, one triangle and there's another triangle. So we are actually using 3 triangles and 1 diamond. So this is 1 diamond and these 3 triangles have been used. So we get this shape. Use only 2 triangles. So when we use 2 triangles, we get this rectangle. Use pieces 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So when we join all the shapes like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we get this rectangle.